Hey everyone, I am Nixie and welcome back to the Rising Tide Final Fantasy 16. So we have now got access to our supplies and everything, which is great. So we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna go and make for the surge. So the big wave that we're seeing that was created by Leviathan. So yeah, I can't wait to see this up close. Because it looks really epic, so I can't wait to go and see it. I think we can just go. I think we've got plenty of supplies and all that jazz. God, it's so pretty and such a contrast.
Ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
Yeah, it's such a contrast from obviously Valencia. I still feel like even though I turned motion blur off and whatnot a while ago, it still feels like this blur. Okay. I'm assuming we're gonna come and explore these nooks and crannies later on. I also still want to kind of just, oh yeah, there's gonna be a boss battle there. Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna see any notorious marks or anything like that in this. But yeah, I'm excited to see the wave.
The quickest route to the surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an Eikon of Water gets angry?
Really, brother? Did you have to ask?
Yeah. Tonberry?
Tonberries. Foul
Oh,
creatures
God.
consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
What happened to cute little...
It seems.
What happened to the cute little things? Ow. Joshua, you okay? God, they look real creepy and they're massive as well. Okay. Yeah, kind of creepy. This way? Yeah, it's such a contrast to Valencia. All of this greenery is so nice to see. Not obviously all the blight and everything. You're not wrong, Jill. Oh. Watch the tree, Clive. Yeah. Hey, okay, down there, Jill, Toggle, Joshua. Where's it, Toggle? It's okay, we did it. Okay. Let's keep going.
I can smell the sea. It's not far now.
I wonder what that noise was. God, look at it.
How will we reach the surge?
Jesus.
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Look at it. That's massive. Imagine the power that's obviously gone into that just to create that. And it looks like it's only just got going before obviously they froze it. Okay. Yeah, I wonder what this beam is. That's obviously how they've keeping them imprisoned. But like also if they...
Might I inquire about the ray of light?
Oh yeah.
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Dwalius by his people.
God, it's insane, isn't it? It's crazy looking. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it kind of like... Obviously, I didn't feel like we know the complete full story. Obviously. But if the village was gonna use them as... was gonna use his powers for obviously something else. And obviously you didn't like the fact that the Eikon was born, like the Dominant was born. And no wonder it got angry. If it sensed them gonna betray him.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
Okay.
All right. It won't be the first Dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
True. Odin was so scary. So scary to fight. Okay. And we're just gonna fast travel there. Okay. Also, I keep being paranoid, like one of those like silly things that I'm gonna like just accidentally press on this and travel to Origin and have to fight Ultima again. Even though we're nowhere near it. God, it looks so cool, guys. Like, just the power behind that to make that happen.
It's not much further now.
Mm-hmm.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail.
How come?
It is my duty both as village elder and Dwalius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering.
I wonder if he's conscious then.
Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes.
Like if he's...
The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Yeah, I wonder if, like, he's conscious and can see, like, everything that's happening around him. Oh, look
Does
at
the
it.
light point the way to the child?
Oh, does
Does
it so?
indeed.
Oh, look at it.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No. It's not.
Wild. Let me see. Oh, look at it. That's crazy. Also kind of beautiful.
There. Up ahead.
I see, I see. Can we actually see him then?
Down in the center. Follow me.
You can't believe, like, that he's still a baby as well. Like, they did this to a child. He's so small.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing Dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallace's icon?
Yes.
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done.
Only by Clive, though.
No, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
Well, if you unfreeze him in this state, he's still in the state that he was frozen
Depends on
at.
the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
So how do we get him out?
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight.
You think it's gonna work from here? Oh god. Watch out, guys.
Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
Did we already get his
I think
powers?
I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong.
Oh god. I'm gonna get attacked. We're not fighting the Leviathan now, are we? The hell is that?
He wasn't just afraid. He was angry.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Have we already got Leviathan power? I don't know why, I kind of wasn't expecting it to get it this early on. I thought it was going to be like later on. Clive has claimed a portion of the Eikon of Leviathan's essence. Attuning with Leviathan not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new Eikon abilities such as Cross, Swell, an inescapable rush of water that pummels enemies from multiple angles. Ability details now fine. Leviathan's iconic feat, Serpent's Cry, can be used to summon to Clive's off arm A sea-spitting serpent capable of dealing precision strikes to enemies at great distances. Press square in this state will unleash a tidal torrent. Multiple bursts of water capable of forcefully knocking back smaller creatures, while pressing triangle will fire a powerful jet of water, a tidal stream at enemies suited just outside melee range. Okay. We've got a percentage. Okay, charge that looks like. Using these attacks will deplete your tidal gauge. Becoming unavailable when the gauge is empty. The gauge will slowly replenish over time, but can be refilled quicker by pressing circle. Time a second, press perfectly with the on-screen prompt to immediately refill gauge, as well as an unlimited ammunition for a short period of time. The tidal gauge is also replenished when successfully executing a precision dodge. Okay. While using Serpent's Cry, press R1 again while dodging will cause Clive to roll in the air, extending the dodge even further. Tidal torrent can be used while rolling by pressing square. Okay, that's a lot of information to take in, but let's go for it. Okay.
Is that Leviathan?
No,
Okay.
just an eggy.
Okay.
But a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Okay, I see. Okay. 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 Okay.
Oh, look. That's friends.
God, I keep wanting to, like, obviously dodge. Okay. God. Okay. Okay. That didn't... Okay. God, guys. Yeah, I am actually. Ow. Ow. Nice. Ow. Guys. Okay, there we go. Ugh, God. I'm intrigued to see it, like the other abilities and everything using crafting. Okay, cool.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah.
He seems calmer now.
Is that out a little bit of
Said
hunger?
Marlius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
So he is like aware, conscious.
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
It's probably Clive though, what he
Child's
is.
been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but... there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Walyas. I will make this right.
Yeah, if he's been conscious and aware. God, he must be so, like, bored as well.
So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
Okay, we can do that. I was kind of waiting for her to move that and she didn't. Yeah, I want to hear like the full story, like what's actually like happened, like properly. Okay. Let's hear it, lady.
To understand the spell which binds Walyas, you must first know who we are and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
Oh?
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his Eikon.
Well, I'd say they did.
Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left.
Rude.
Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal, and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the mother crystals. So we know the seal's source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Mm-hmm.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe.
Joshua!
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
Kinda sad Joshua's not coming with us. I feel like I've got such an attachment to him. Okay.
The Vare is not easy to find. We must first head north and then west, deeper into the forest.
Okay. There's a couple of side quests though. There's a few side quests for. Let's have a look. See what they are. There's a couple of plus signs as well, so.
Ty, take me. What am I gonna do? You've got to help me.
Have I got to?
Shula said you were a force to be reckoned with. Are you?
Why do you ask?
Eh? Oh,
Eh?
Sorry. I should explain. My name's Kitav. I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went into the forest and he hasn't come back.
Oh dear.
Would you help me find him?
Sure.
I can try. Tell me what I need to know.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast to keep this place hidden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shula told us about it, yes.
Right. So you know the cairns we use to maintain the spell? Well, it's me and my friend's job to maintain them. If it weren't for the likes of us, it would have faded years ago.
So your friend went into the forest to visit one of these cairns?
Aye, that's right. He said he was going down to Father's Fell. There are two cairns out that way, one by the banks of the Swift Run, and another near the Winged Wains, the, ships in the forest.
All right. How will I know this friend of yours?
His name's Nassef. He's about my height, but clean-shaven. If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm, I'd be much obliged. I'll search the village, just in case anyone's seen him, and meet you back here.
Okay.
Very well.
Yeah, there's a couple of plus signs, so.
One cairn by the ships, another by the river. Better get moving.
Mm-hmm.
Hail, stranger. Are you a rider by any chance?
I
Chocobos.
am. What gave me away?
Oh, I can smell it on you. The scent of the stables. And
Lady.
not just any stables. Something tells me you've never been one to ride half-starved birds with chine-gall and wet beak.
Boots.
If I had a guess, I'd say your bird eats only the finest greens and has her feathers groomed twice a day with a curl hairbrush.
Nothing but the best for my ambrosia.
Ambrosia, eh? Pretty name. What's she like?
Wild.
Well, she's tall and strong. And her feathers are as white as snow.
You're joking. You've got a white chocobo.
I have, yes. I suppose they are rather rare.
This I've got to see. Can you bring her here?
I don't know if I can actually.
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat, and he's ferried chocobos before. You could get him to bring her. It'd be perfect timing and all. He's preparing for a trip beyond the wall as we speak. I'm sure he'd help you if you asked.
He would. Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to have Ambrosia around. All right then. Where could I find your father?
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of the brook. Tell him Manda sent you.
So I suppose this is just to get Ambrosia across here so we can ride Chocobo if you want to ride Chocobo. Okay, good to know. Let's see what these guys want.
Bastard things.
I see. Oh god.
I can't.
What's the matter?
Try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fannet, healer by trade.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too,
But
this affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm
Doesn't
starting to
sound
wonder
good.
if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
I suppose I could.
I'd be happy to. If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
Okay.
All right.
Coolio. Yeah, I think it's important to do the oh god, these like side quests and stuff with these plus signs particularly.
You one of the outsiders then?
Uh-huh.
Shula invited me. Are you Manda's father?
I am. Got you running errands for her already, has she?
She's asked to see my chocobo, but I need your help and your boat to bring her here.
Or you could just say no. Honestly, that girl and her birds, she'll be growing feathers soon enough.
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around if I had Ambrosia here. Can you help?
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. The tributary says we're to treat you lot as we would each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you need me to ferry your bird over, then that's what I'll do.
Thanks.
Still, they don't take the water easily. I'll need you to bring us a mimic gourd or two to keep her calm on the journey over.
Okay.
And where would I find one of those?
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across the bay, and I'm told the world's changed a fair bit since then. Where do you usually get your stable supplies from?
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and if I remember correctly, he traded in chocobo feed too. So I suppose I'll go and ask him.
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies. While I do that, you collect your bird and your gourd, and then meet me by the shore. Just don't take too long, all right?
Do we trust him to like have Ambrosia? The uninvited guest. Okay. Yeah, I kind of thought that this was just another side quest. I didn't realize it was going to be doing that. Well, let's go do this and get Ambrosia across then. Yeah, get her across. Not that we rode Ambrosia much at all.
We've got a few rooms going spare now. You want a bed for the night?
Let's see what they say. Hello.
I remember you. You're the one who saved Whiteheart.
Ambrosia.
How's the old girl doing?
She's very well. Thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. You're the one who saved her. Anyway, what brings you to the rest today?
I was hoping to purchase a Mimit gourd. And I thought you might be able to tell me where I could find one.
Oh, reckon I could do better than that. Just so happens, I've got a whole carload of the blasted things. Not a buyer in sight.
Really?
Aye, you'd be doing me a favor taking a few off my hands before they turn to mush.
Okay.
But just be on the lookout for wild birds, eh? Don't want them chasing after you like they did me.
I will. And thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Any friend of Whiteheart is a friend of mine. And in times like these, friends have got to stick together.
We certainly do.
Cool, yeah.
Northreach, then. Wouldn't want to keep Mander's father waiting.
Where? Over here? For some reason I thought we was already in Northreach, but we were at Martha's Rest.
The garrison said they'd take another 100.
Okay.
I helped the garrison today.
We need to get Ambrosia, right? Yeah, I am going the right way. It's been ages since we've seen her. Get through out here. Yeah, it does seem like a lot of effort to bring her across. But if that's what Clive wants, then that's what Clive will get. Okay. Back to the little tent. We need Ambrosia, don't we? Hey, a long time no see. Hee. Cute. Hello. Oh, do we need to get off? How do we get off? Dismount. There we go.
Straight home now.
Okay. I thought she'd stay.
Ah, there you are.
There she is.
And this must be Ambrosia, was it? Oh, she's a real beauty, isn't she?
She is. She's an absolute gem.
Yeah.
We only got one.
Thank you kindly. Soon as she's gobbled this up, we'll set sail.
We're going to take a little trip across the bay now, Ambrosia. Don't worry. You'll be alright.
She's an absolute gem. Bless her. Okay. Seems like we've made it back.
Well, we made it.
You didn't all? She is as white as snow. You're beautiful, aren't you, girl?
She is.
Too. She was calm as you like on the journey over.
She is very
The
brave.
cold will have played its part, of course, but passing through the walls enough to spook most birds even then. Not this one, though.
Ambrosia's been through a lot. I doubt there's much that could unnerve her now.
Not with a beloved master by her side.
No. It's you who looks after me, isn't it, girl?
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for bringing her here. I hope I can breed a bird like her someday.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to Northreach, you only need say the word.
Thank you. But I think we might explore Mysidia together. What do you say, Ambrosia?
Oh, she was an absolute gem, wasn't she? Yes. Awesome. Yes. Okay. Makes sense why we had that quest. Okay, guys. Which one do we want to do next? Yeah, I want to go to the forge. See what this is gonna get us. I wonder if we are gonna get like a new weapon. Okay.
Oh, do you need something?
I do, though not from the forge. Fanit asked me to speak with you. She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that.
When
That's
you
not
say
very
out and
helpful.
about, where does he usually go?
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazia's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Do you think he ate some dodgy fish?
I'll go and speak with him.
Yeah, do you think he ate some dodgy? Yeah, also, I completely forgot right off the bat. Let's have a look at Leviathan. Awesome. Okay, let's see what... We've got 1,200 points. Serpent's Cry, Summon a Water Serpent. Okay, so we could master that. Great twin waves that rush inward, dragging smaller enemies to a central point before Clive. Okay. Rip open a slowly expanding gateway to the murky depths of the sea, and when the timing is right, summon forth an abyssal storm that hones in on nearby enemies. Let's see it again. Okay. Conjure a whirling wave of titanic proportions to swallow it up and spit out all enemies caught in the surf. Not a massive amount of stun, but decent damage. And then we have the stun one. Launch a long-range rapid-fire salvo of water that is capable of severely knocking back smaller enemies. It's the only thing is the whole smaller enemies thing. Do you think we should do this? Sure. What are the details? Upgrade, increase hits, allow assignment to any. Okay. Bonus points over defeats and bad techniques during our caveman. Okay. Cool. Let's upgrade 6,000 to master. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and like switch. Yeah, I also as well like completely forgot, like just glossed over the fact that we can have Cloud's Buster Sword, which is kind of awesome, but that would confuse me even more. Yeah, that would confuse me even more. Yeah, so we got the mega weapon in the Echoes of the Fallen. And before I was using this one that I'm not even going to try and pronounce, which was like from Ultima, the upgraded Ragnarok. So I wonder if we can get like an even better weapon in this game. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just like judge my ability set. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna test out. So Phoenix Shift, because Phoenix Shift. Judgment Bow, Diamond Dust, I want to leave those as is. And then yeah, we've got Leviathan, so I've got obviously Serpent's Cry, the Tsunami thing, and Deluge. And then I'll put Odin back on. With Heaven's Cloud, to refill obviously the gauge, and then Giga Flare, but I might swap that out for Bahamut's Impulse, because that's really good for like stagger. Like, because you can just fire it off and then just like leave it to obviously go and stagger enemies. So we're gonna see how we get on with that setup for now. So yeah, let's go speak to this guy. I've left is quite good actually, that we can just do presets and switch between them, because I've just done that and sort of like, is it this guy that we're going to? Yeah. So if I didn't like this setup, then I can just go back to what we was using before. Did he drink or eat something weird?
Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
Your name is Blazir, is it not? Pavad tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he's gone now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go.
Do you think it was a Tomberry?
It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
Well,
we're gonna have to go out there then.
Unusual. And it might just be what Fannet is looking for. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, yeah?
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
Yeah, we'll probably have to go out there and have a look, aren't we? He definitely did something dodgy. So I'm just running all over your flowers. Don't mind me. Oh, there's someone else here now.
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Blazir, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
The forest between here and the coast. Surely not. But then...
What do you know, lady?
But then...
What is it?
I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might have some connection to the Tomberries.
It is Tomberries.
You may have encountered them during your time here.
Yes.
The small, scaly beastmen.
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying didn't work. Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me?
Well, check it out, see if they are there.
And if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
What is going on here?
Please, I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast. I beg you, make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Tlor's life may depend on it.
Very well.
So is I being cursed? Essentially. Oh god. Okay. This might start this though. Okay.
Leave me be.
I kind of don't want to trigger the main thing. Let's go speak to this person over here. Just while we're here. Hey Joshua. You doing okay?
I suspect 2 dominants can handle whatever it is that awaits you atop that peak. And if not, there's always Lady Shula's battle axe.
Okay, let's see what this person says.
My lord, may I speak with you a moment?
Yes?
There is a matter with which I would beg your aid.
Uh-huh.
Of course, what is it?
Please, not so loud.
Something serious then.
What is it, lady?
I think we might have company. I was passing by the low gate when I saw a figure moving among the trees up on the cloak. At first I thought it must have been you or your brother, so I didn't say anything, but the more I think about it, the more certain I am that the figure looked familiar.
And you're sure it wasn't one of the other villagers?
Positive. I think it was someone from outside the wall who has found his way inside. Of course, it could just be my imagination playing tricks on me. I only caught a fleeting glimpse, and it might have been you or your brother. But if it is who I think it is,
who do you think it is?
I cannot allow him to leave now that he knows we're here.
Do you think it's Gab?
Would you go and see? He won't try to hurt you, believe me. Given what lurks in the forest, the only one likely to get hurt is him.
Very well.
Who do you think it is, lady?
Whether the man you saw is who you believe him to be or not, we need to know. It may yet be someone else entirely. Someone who means your people, or my people, harm.
Perhaps. Just promise me that if you do find someone up there...
Don't worry. I won't draw my sword unless I need to.
Thank you.
Yamila, this man you saw, might he be the customer you told me of?
I fear so.
Customer?
I'll explain later. Come on.
Customer? Like, customer? Like, customer?
If we pick too many of the flowers, there won't be...
Does she offer some special abilities? Some special services? Or... let's have a look. At least this one's not going to trigger any main story. Okay, so have a look. In the bushes? I can hear rustling. Maybe behind here? Is it you rustling? Oops. Can you jump up here? No. Up here? No? Oh.
A bottle. Breath of the arbor. Perfume from Sunbrag. Looks expensive too. Who's there?
Who is that?
Stop!
Quick. After him. Quicker, Clive. That's it. Put those legs to work.
No!
Is he being attacked?
Hang on! I'm coming!
Where is he? Oh, he's... yeah.
Don't
Okay.
eat me! I'll give you gut rot, I swear! Stand back. I'll handle this.
Nice. Awesome. That made super light work of theirs, even though obviously they were just small enemies, but still. Nice.
Are you alright?
I'm more than all right. I'm saved. Oh, I could kiss you.
Stop right there.
Maybe
No.
you should introduce yourself first.
Hervey! I knew it was you. What are you doing here?
I came to see you. Oh, my little canary. It's been so long.
Thank you for saving him and sparing him.
Would you like to elaborate?
Hervey, one of many clients from my employment beyond the wall.
So she does offer
One of many
services.
clients. We spoke every night of our plans together. Whispered songs of love into each other's ears.
Yeah, did it cost you
And
though
then
to
you
do
up and
that?
vanished without so much as a word.
I left you a note, didn't I?
I
Told you I was sorry, but that we could never be together. That I could never abandon my family. And I told you not to look for me. How did you even find this place, anyway?
The flame of your love was as a beacon in the night that
God.
guided me to you.
Stalker.
Hervey.
I was walking by the coast near Northreach when I saw a lady who looked like you. Eyes like the ocean. Hair like the driven snow. The next moment, she and her companions were jumping in a skiff and sailing out towards the wave. So I, borrowed the nearest boat and started rowing.
Stop.
It must have been Shula bringing us here. So what? You rowed, found a nose how many leagues across the bay, simply because you saw a woman with white hair.
And as I did, the skies changed from a dull and hopeless grey to a bright and benevolent blue.
We should get rid of him.
That was when I knew for certain that my little canary was close.
Off him. Get rid of him.
Why
Psycho.
did you come? You should have forgotten me, as I tried to forget you. I cannot leave my people, Hervey. And now that you know about this place, neither can you. We must return to Haven and accept my family's judgment.
I'm to meet your family. Oh, my little canary.
Red flags. All over the place, people.
Please, come and see me later. You did as I asked, and you must be rewarded for it.
You don't need to offer me those services
But
that lady
first,
thinks.
Follow
I'm good.
me, Hervey.
To the end of the world and beyond.
He's clearly just thinking with his noodle. Which, you know.
He should never have found this place. How could I be so careless?
Don't blame yourself. I doubt anything could have kept that man away.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back. Potion, nice. Yeah, red flags all over the place, people. Should just get rid of him. Off the cliff he goes. Okay, where was she? Where was she?
Oh, ceaseless
Yeah.
will, guide thy bounty.
Is this the lady? Yeah.
Forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. You two met at the Vale, I take it.
When I worked there, yes. To earn the coin that my people need to survive. Though Mysidia is our sanctuary, there are certain necessities that it cannot provide. And for that reason, some of us seek employment beyond the wall. Yet few are the opportunities for followers of a strange faith in a strange land.
And so you supported your family as best you could.
I did. And I have never regretted it for a moment. I found a second family in the Vale. And in the Dame, a second mother.
That's fair enough.
I also found Hervey.
The weirdo.
But our love could never be. I knew that if I revealed my secret to him, I would be putting my people in danger. But that if I did not, I would be living a lie, unable to return home.
What will happen to him now?
Since our people settled in Mysidia, uninvited visitors have been few and far between, but not unknown. Explorers, survivors of shipwrecks, none lasted long.
I see.
That was before my time, you understand? I've never had to make a decision like this before. Ymila, know that I do not blame you for any of this. It was me who decided to make the trip to shore. Me who exposed our secret. This was my mistake, and I shall bear the responsibility.
Thank you, tributary. I only beg you to remember that Hervey means us no ill will. He's just a fool. A fool who loves me.
A fool?
I will take that into consideration. But yours is not the only voice I must listen
stalker?
to. The whole family must be consulted. And it may take time for me to arrive at my decision. I hope you understand.
Of course, tributary. However long it takes. Come what may, I thank you, my lord, for bringing us back together.
Really? He sounds like a red flag to me, lady. But sure, whatever floats your boat and all of that. Okay. Ageless miller? Used in crafting? Okay. Yeah. This guy's a stalker. Okay guys, I think I am actually going to leave this episode here because I feel like as soon as I go to that gate, that's going to trigger stuff for the main story before we can obviously get to these things. So yeah, I'll leave this one here for the time being, and in our next one we'll go ahead and trigger off this, like the main story and whatnot. And finish off these couple of side quests as well to see what we get for this What Ails You. If you get something good for completing that quest. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave this here. It was good to see, obviously, Wallius like up close. Yeah, and to see all of that, like exactly how he is like suspended, in the fact that obviously he must be conscious, like he must be aware of things going off around him and stuff. To be suspended like that for like a century is like awful. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave this one here. I'm so surprised that we got Leviathan's powers so quickly, but I suppose it makes sense. Like obviously we don't want it at the very end, like when we fight Leviathan. But yeah, I hope you guys are excited for this. I'm very excited for this. I'm a little bit sad that Joshua's not coming with us on the next bit of journey. But if you are enjoying it, don't forget to like, subscribe. You can also watch the base game and Echoes of the Fallen as well, which will be linked down below in the description. And I shall see you in the next one. Bye everyone.